Okay, a quick explanation about you're about to witness. It is leg 3. We're calling them legs. It's legs 3 of the Stal Tops Young Rider Series. And for those new to show jumping, and I know there are some guests in the VIP, I'll do my very best to give you a quick précis. The leading rider off these shores for many years now has made her home in Holland. Her name is Edwina Tops Alexandra, married to Jan Tops, and as a way of giving back to Australian jumping, this is their consideration of putting up extra prize money, bigger tracks, and a pathway for young athletes, next generation in particular, to get a sense of what it is to compete on the world stage. There are 4 legs, 2 have taken place already. One in Borneo, in Victoria, and the gentleman in the saddle right now is 16 years of age. He rides a horse called Willinga Stal. He currently leads the overall standings by 1 point. So at Borneo, our first leg of the Stal Tops, the young fella on course now won, and he also placed in the second leg. So he currently leads out of the 4 legs, this being the third. On course now, Jack Barker, Willinga Stal, HBC. Well done, Jack. Jack Barker, Willinga Stal. Time allowed in the first round is 84 seconds. Jack goes around 80.08. Now, interestingly, points have to be a combination of the same horse, same rider. And we've yet to see Jack back out on Tulara Kolchik. That's, if you like, his nominated horse. So therefore, that will be an interesting development as the class evolves. Jack currently leads the series. Chase Naylor on course now, just by 1 point less. Misty Blue Ego Z in second. First and second currently in the series. This is the third leg of 4. And this young fella, 21-year-old, again from Victoria, Chase Naylor, Misty Blue Ego Z, currently running second. Unlucky chase. He's one of our brightest. Some consideration maybe going from bright light to shadow may impact on this line in front of the grandstand. 4 rails down, total of 16. Time was good. Time allowed is 84 seconds, 81.42. Interestingly, let's have a look at this. Early in the piece, fence 4, up comes the combination, the treble. I walked that an inside line on the 9, an outside line on the 10. And interestingly, Jack Barber went 10, Chase Naylor went 9, and Chase did in fact have the back rail of 5. So a combination really quite early in the piece. Graham Watts already said he wants these riders to ride quicker. 7 to 8 on the 6 strides. William Wood and Celebrity Park Vesta go the 10 on the outside line. And this, I see this as a forward 4. Well done, William. Couple of rails down, 8. Jumping penalties well inside the time allowed of 84 seconds. And once again, you have to bow to the betterment of Graham Watts, who I get his philosophy more and more. It's you don't have to jump the highest or the widest. It's where you put your fences. That could nearly walk 4.5, 11 to 12. Coming out of the combination. You don't see a combination of treble so early in the course very often. From Queensland, Fisher Chris, Amazina. And Fisher Chris, always putting horse welfare first, says it's not our day today. Tips her hat and comes out. As we welcome Lara Christoffel, a Yalambis horse, Rory Hovelstad in WA, Yalambis Jasmine. Lara in her last year of young riders. The age limit is 21, 16 to 21-year-olds, Lara being 21. And once again, you can see Graham Watts really asking these young riders to think outside the square. They've got to marry a forward canter with accuracy. Starts with his classic S shape, 1, 2, then right rein to the Willinga Park fence. A masterclass. A lot of horses having difficulty with that line. Great riding, Lara. Interesting, very interesting. That last line, 11 to 12. Definitely forward, but it's got to be in a jumping shape. Lara's horse is getting a little long. Yalambi's Jasmine. Otherwise, a great round. Well done, Lara. 8 jumping, 3 time, a total of 11. And all these questions being asked simultaneously of these young riders, and you can always appreciate now that a clear round out here today, coming out of bright light, coming into shadow, coming with the pressure of riding on this wonderful arena. You jump clear here today, you're going really well. Georgia Bousset from New Zealand, riding Vitesse. Well done, Georgia. And when Georgia Bousset, who is riding the house down, and Vitesse, who I've been most impressed with over this last couple of days, has 2 rails. And there was no disgrace in there, don't worry. Time was great, 77.28, and Georgia really riding her combinations fantastically well. You can appreciate that that established combination has had a rail. You are suggesting that this is tough enough. Exactly what Edwina Tox, Alexander, and her husband Jan want to happen. Raise the bar. Great ride from Ella Silk, Red Gum Conan. Professionally ridden, just the one rail. 4 faults in a time 81.01. Time allowed is 84 seconds. And yes, Ella, I did note you were out during the previous round, getting your horse early on board. Great professional riding, just the one rail. Hayden Parker. And Hayden rides Tulara Spangenberg. (18 years of age, from Victoria. 2 riders on 4, no clear rounds at this point. That was unlucky. Just breathe on the first rail of the oxer in his double. And again, a light touch at the last fence, going so well. Time was excellent, 78.90. Somehow doesn't deserve to get 2 rails, but that's what the history will show. 8 faults, 78.90. Now, our national reigning young rider champion. In November last year in Victoria. Clemency Hughes trains with the national senior champion, Tom McDermott. This horse, campaigned earlier by international rider Billy Raymond from Queensland, YPH Capulet and Clemency Hughes. Outstanding round. She's not the national young rider champion of Australia for nothing, just the one rail. And again, we said it on more than one occasion of recent time, going better and better every round with YPH Capulet, looking to peak at the Nationals in the next few weeks towards the end of the year. Definitely heading in the right direction. Clemency Hughes, YPH Capulet. Now, he came in first. Currently on top of the leaderboard with 4 faults. This is the horse for Jack Barker, just 16 years of age. The mare, Tulara Kolchik, that presently he leads the series. We don't have a clear, and this is the leading horse-rider combination of the Stall Tops 4-leg series. Clear round. Absolute brilliant. When an atom bomb had gone off through the wind in the warm-up, he didn't blink. Shades of Marcus Enning. All clear. What about that, ladies and gentlemen? Just 16 years of age. Jack Barker to Lara Kolchik, worthy, leading this series at the moment and produces an absolute classic round, and many of us may turn around in years to come and say, we were there when that young man held his nerve with that beautiful mare, when everything else was falling down, and jumped clear. They say he's a good cricketer. Well, that's like scoring a Boxing Day century. Well done, Jack. Brilliant. And of course, if you're watching on the live stream and you're going, what is this guy talking about? The wind had caused havoc next door with an umbrella and ran through the warm-up area, scattering horses. And young Jack and Tulara Kolchik held their nerve, and it was great to watch. A fantastic clear round. Presently 1 and 2 on the leaderboard. He's some talent. Olivia Price, also from Victoria. Don't know what's in the water in Victoria, but they do produce some great young riders. Herself, 16 years of age. Her sister Georgia, currently riding in Belgium. And mum Caroline, 100% involved with show jumping. So that's caused a little bit of a talking point as we settle back into the competition proper. So we do now have a clear in the Stall Tops Young Rider Series, round 3, or leg 3 as we're calling it. Just 16 years of age. Another talent from the borders of Victoria. And of course the wind played a little bit of havoc in our main grandstand arena 2, which is now all being sorted to make sure that Olivia and Labam have the fairest of conditions. She's been waiting a while, not always the best. She is a very capable young lady, just 16 years of age. Her name's Olivia Price, she's from Victoria, and Olivia rides La Bam. Great job, Olivia. Time allowed is 84 seconds. Olivia and La Bam, 83.03. Just inside the time allowed. Unfortunately, unlucky rail, wasn't it? Just in the shadows. 1 jumping fence down, 4 jumping penalties. Jack Barker, Tulara Kolchik, the only clear at this point. Annalise Wansi, another superstar in the making, from the Southern Highlands, 20 years of age, Calora Stud St. Patrick, recently represented Australia in the Trans-Tasman Challenge at the Waratah Show. Annalise Wansi, Calora Stud St. Patrick. Clear round. 2 clears, we have a jump off. 80.52, outstanding, under pressure. And held her nerve. Annalise Wansi, Calora Stud St. Patrick. What a flyer she saw out of the treble to number 5. Took a stride out, but really keeps a great rhythm on a horse. This lady can ride too, this young lady, Michaela Hogg, Belhaven, Coringa. A Victorian, 20 years of age. Again, Michaela, that was unlucky. 1 time penalty, 8 jumping, total of 9. 84.35, the time taken, 84 seconds is the time allowed. Great to see some of these young riders getting their horses in early, as we pointed out. Very much allowed to do so. Mia Curry, APH, Charlie Brown. "20 years of age, from Rylstone in New South Wales. And there will be a 2-second delay while the wall gets rebuilt, the wretched wind. 2 clear rounds at this point. Jack Barker and the horse that he's leading this series with, the Stal Top Series, Tulara Kolchik, all clear, 78.80. And Annalise Wansey, what a great round that was. Willinga Stal, St. Patrick, all clear in 80.52. Seven more combinations to come forward. This is the third leg of the Stal Tops series, the final leg to be held at the Summer Classic in Sydney, early December. When you look down the list of some of the young riders that have won this series and gone on to better things, Erin Buswell, our first winner in 2018 with Kero Kero. Amelia Douglas, look what Amelia is up to these days. Our winner in 19, COVID stopped the 2020. But then we had Madeline Cinderberry, who now, as you know, is 22 years of age and winning World Cups. And last year, Clemency Hughes, who we've already seen with YPH Capulet. Unfortunately, had to hang around a while. Mia Curry, APH, Charlie Brown. Well done, Mia. Couple of time, couple of jumping. But dead set better for the experience of getting out here. These windy conditions on this big atmospheric arena. Lucy Locke, Deb Hindy watching on the live stream. Belhaven, Cooleybar. The Lock family, great supporters of show jumping. Orangeville Performance Horses. From New South Wales, 20 years of age, Lucy Locke. Oh, that's upsetting. Can we give her a please to let her know that we get it? It is upsetting. But you know, they're not police horses, these show jumpers. And we actually want them to be naturally, to some degree, spooky, but the wall and the Stal tops fence, not to Belhaven Cooleybar's liking. William Wood. William rides Powerhouse Park. Ego Rock. William now 21 from the New England area of New South Wales. William Wood, Powerhouse Park, Ego Rock. William, very competitive. Fortunate today, 4 rails down, 16 in total. Penalties, that is. Time was good, 81.96. Time allowed is 84 seconds. As for his second ride, we welcome Fusha Chris from Queensland. And Fusha rides Jewel Diamond. Just 2 clears at this point. Jack Barker, Tulara Kolchik, Annalise Wanzi, Kalora Stud, St. Patrick. Well done, Fusha. Fast time, 79.41. Just the one rail. 3 more combinations to go in our Stal Tops leg number 3 here at wonderful Willinga. 18 years of age, Lara Christofeld, and Lara rides Check-in Charlie. Well done, Lara. Check-in Charlie. Needs a bit of check-in towards the end, just running on a little. Lara doing a top job. 3 down, 12. Jumping penalties, time was good, 82.74. 2 to go. Currently in second spot on the Stal Tops leaderboard. Chase Naylor. Chase rides Checkbook. Steve Gerhardt, the current European champion, is a bit of a hero of Chase's, and we could do with a bit of Steve Gerhardt luck now for Chase Naylor and Checkbook. The agony of it all did not deserve that to happen. It was an absolutely beautiful ridden round. Chase Naylor, Checkbook. I feel we've been robbed. However, scoreboard shows different. 4 faults, 79.21. Back with his third ride and our last competitor in the first round of our Stal Tops leg 3. It's Jack Barker. Currently one of only 2 clears. Jack Barker this time. Another Belhaven horse. Belhaven Callisco. Unlucky Jack. A little slow, and 6 time penalties. 16 jumping penalties, total of 22. And that completes our first round of jumping in our Stal Tops Young Rider Series. 2 clears: Jack Barker, Tulara Kolchik, Annalise Wanzi, Willinga Stal, St. Patrick, placing down to 6th. We'll get our official order of go for round 2 in 2 seconds off our judges. But well done, everybody, under trying circumstances, but particularly towards Jack Barker and Annalise Wanzi. Back with all the action from round 2 coming up in the next 5 minutes. Two combinations going forward into our timed jump off, and they will come out as they jump. So first out will be Jack Barker and Tulara Kolchik, the extremely effervescent mare that he leads the series with at the moment. First out, Jack Barker, Tulara Kolchik, and then Annalise Wanzi, Willinga Stal, St. Patrick, who will know exactly what she has to do. In other words, if you're watching jumping for the first time, young Jack's going to go around first, and he's got to decide whether or not, with only 2 riders going forward, is he going to put pressure on Annalise and go for an outright victory with a big fast clear, or will he go steadier in the hope that Annalise may have a rail and a steady clear may bring him home? That's the decision he's got to make. The course builder, meanwhile, going to put together a shortened course, which these 2 riders, of which only we had 2 clear rounds and therefore 2 jump-off riders. And just while we're talking about that, for the purposes of our mounted presentation, I can tell you that in 3rd spot was Chase Naylor and Checkbook, So Chase at the moment currently running second in our series, but not on that horse. In fact, it was on Misty Blue Ego Z. But regardless of today's results, so well done, of course, to Chase, third spot on Checkbook. Fuchsia Chris from Queensland was fourth on Jewel Diamond. Jack Barker in the places already with fifth, Yandu Zenzel HBC. And rounding out our places, Clemency Hughes, YPH Capulet, as mentioned, that combination getting better with every competition. So there are our certainties. We know that Chase Naylor is third. We know that Fuchsia Chris fourth, Jack Barker is fifth, and Clemency is sixth. What we don't know is who is the winner. And we've got two riders vying for that title. Jack Barker on Tulara Kolchik and Annalise Wanzi and Kalora Stud St. Patrick. And as mentioned, Annalise has what we call in jumping terms the sit. She can see exactly what's gone on before her, and she will know exactly what she has to do to ride an up-tempo round or something of a variation of, depending, of course, on what young Jack does with his wonderful mare. What a great jumping mare this is. Tulara Kolchik, and Jack with the added pressure that he wants these points going forward because he currently leads this great series that's been created by Edwina Tops Alexandra and her husband Jan Tops, all the way in Holland. And who does Jack Barker say is his hero jockey? That's right, Edwina Tops Alexander. The abbreviation course starts with the triple bar in front of commentary, fence 7, straight on to the foresight jump. Then right rein, 4AB in the middle of the arena. Then left rein inside number 11 if you're Jack, or maybe outside if you're Annalise, depending on how Jack goes. Back to fence 1 on the far side by the foresight signs. Then on to 2, and then 3 in front of the VIP, the Willinga Park fence, so there's that classic S shape again. Then the new fence, 14, which is the Liverpool. That's the fence with the water tray underneath it. Until we then end up jumping the last fence, which is in fact the Stal Tops fence. And I actually think 14 is that yellow oxo, which is a little hard to see from my position. So 3 back to 14, great viewing from the VIP, and then ending over fence 9 to finish, which is the Stall Tops fence. So Edwina Tops Alexandra has designed this competition to give our riders on the up and up a sense of jumping at height and width for better prize money, and of course the prestige of winning a major title here in Australia. The riders are jumping for $4,000 each leg of the competition. First to receive $1,500 plus garland plus rug, and second to receive $1,000. So we know that's what we're really focusing on here. We've got 2 riders left in this competition. One is going to receive $1,500 plus rug plus garland, and of course those vital points going into our last leg in Sydney in December. And when asked who is his favourite show jump rider in the world, young Jack Barker replied, Edwina, Tops, Alexander. He's an all-round sportsman, plays a mean game of cricket, as his father was explained to me recently, played in the high grades. But also Jack's now thinking he's going to specialise in the jumping horses. Really loves this sport. And by all means, folks, get engaged. Two great young riders on the up and up. And they would love your support and cheering to get them through this jump-off course. Again, I have to say, a great course set by Graham Watts, really excelling himself in these 4 days of competition. Please put your hands together for the first of two rides. First up is Jack Barker and Tulara Kolchik. The Pathfinder. Annalise will be watching on intently. Starts with the triple bar in front of commentary. Let's wish him well. 16-year-old handling pressure like an absolute pro. He's from Victoria. He's Jack Barker. And this is an outstanding horse, Tulara Kolchik. Two from home. Lets the mare have her head, keeps moving through the turn. Stands off. It's still there to the last, the Stal Tops fence. Oh, what a round. What a round. Top class show jumping. Jack Barker. What an outstanding round. Tulara Kolchik, all clear, 47.73. Did he leave much there? I don't think so. Nipped in where he could. Everything on point. And Annalise now has watched exactly where Jack has gone. But don't worry, Annalise Wanzi, she is no slouch. She's been described by many as simply world-class. Annalise Wanzi, Kulora, stud, St. Patrick. Great job, Annalise. And you can see already Jack got this outrageous turn into his double. analysis is like, nope, that's not for me. Went a little wider. But there's no disgrace there. Can we put our hands together, please, for Annalise Swansea, Willinga Stal St. Patrick. That was a tough day at the office for everybody. Just 2 clear rounds. And the 1 rail, 4 faults in 55-1-0. And that leaves us with one major announcement to make. And that is, again, he's up there in that winner's circle. Jack Barker, the winner, with Tulara Kolchik. Well done to all the competitors. As I say, it was a tough gig. Lots of wind, great competition. And we will be down for the presentation shortly with a very exciting Jack Barker on Tulara Kolchik. Second spot, Annalise Swansea, Willinga Stal St. Patrick. Chase Naylor, third with Checkbook. Fourth, Fusha Chris from Queensland, Jaw Diamond. Jack Barker again, fifth, Yandu Zenzel, HBC. And our reigning national young rider champion, Clemency Hughes, on the ever-improving relationship with YPH Capulet into 6th. We will be back for a mounted presentation very shortly. But once again, Jack Barker, you've done it again. Just 16 years of age, takes out the class with Tulara Kolchik.
Correct. The dress, no. The dressage by the sea incident.
fantastic that you've all come along here tonight to see our beautiful horses, and we love seeing you. Thanks for coming. It's been, as I say, important to us to have your support. Thank you very much.
What a superb class again. Top draw from Jack Barker. So again, I've emphasized on more than one occasion today that this is the brainchild of Edwina Tops Alexander and her husband Jan. Here at Chatham Park, we have George Sanner. And George, you pretty much run the initiative of the Stal Top series here in Australia. Would you kindly just outline the aims for which and how this is going to be run both in the past and for the future?
Yeah, thanks, Martin. Well, we've been going for how long? How many years have we been going? Maybe, 5 years. So it's been a hugely successful initiative, and it's brought out the very best in our young riders. It's always tough, and it's always very, very hard fought for. People come from all over the country to be a part of it, and once again, it's delivered. It's been a fantastic class, outstanding group of riders, and there's more who not in this lineup. So it was, that's what it's all about. There's obviously a lot of prestige, some prize money, which is more than young riders normally jump for. There is the opportunity for the league winner to spend a bit of time at Stal Tops as well. So that's quite important. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. If they want to do that, they can do it, and it's quite an experience. So there's it's a fantastic series, and it's good on Jan and Edwina for coming on board.
Well, thank you, George, and you're always so proactive with anything to do with show jumping. And again, George Sanner, Olympian, and runs a magnificent setup at Chatham Park. But the most exciting thing, I believe, coming from George then, was that the winner of this series can spend some time with Edwina in Holland. So I think that is just gold, to say the least. So let's now move on as the Stal Tops' representative here in Australia, George Sanner, produces a wonderful memento of this great win. It's a rug, it's a garland, it's $1,500. The winner of leg 3 of the Stal Tops young rider, Jack Barker, to Lara Kolchik. Outstanding riding from this 16-year-old, soon to be, well, we'll see. We don't put too much pressure on him, but he is outstanding. We move on to another great rider, Annalise Wansey, Calora Stud, St. Patrick. Just the two riders going forward into the jump off. Can we put our hands together, please, for Annalise Wansey and Calora Stud, St. Patrick. Thanks, folks. It's great to get behind these young riders. In third, again from Victoria, Chase Naylor and Checkbook. We move away from Victoria for our fourth place, because that goes to Queenslander, Fuchsia Chris and Jewel Diamond. Great rosettes, great ribbons, an outstanding rug. Fifth spot, we go back to Jack Barker. Jack, fifth on Yandu Zenzel. Not a bad day out at the office, young Jack. First and fifth. What a great class this has been. And I'm really, really pleased to say, as we watch this relationship build and build, in sixth spot, Clemency Hughes, YPH Capulet. Righto, as is tradition, it's the Martin and Jack show again. Jack, congratulations, an amazing win. And I say that tongue-in-cheek, but you are really putting an outstanding level of competition results together. So at 16 years of age, I'm absolutely so impressed. I love Tulara Kolchik. Now, you've heard George Santa talk, and I just thought it was marvellous to be reaffirmed. You mentioned to me in an interview the other day that your favourite rider in the world right now is Edwina Tops Alexandra. One more leg to go in Sydney. How would you feel about spending some time with Edwina?
Yeah, thank you, Martin. Edwina's obviously a great inspiration, I think, to all Australian riders, and I think it'd be awesome to go over and spend some time if she can, if I was lucky enough to pull it off.
Now tell me, and you've heard George describe, the idea of this is for better prize money, better rugs, better competition. Graham Watts again, plaudits to him for a great result, the way he's crafted these fences this week. Did it feel a bit different? Does it feel a little bit pressure in the style tops?
Yeah, in the style tops there's obviously a bit more pressure. You know, there's especially out in the big arena. You know, it's got meaning towards it. Obviously with the points, and there's more pressure, definitely.
Good man. Well, look, I for one will be in your corner, hoping to see you do great things in Sydney. Perhaps final word. Would you like to say any thank yous to people that you need to talk to?
I'd just like to say a massive thank you to my coach, Michelle Strapp, as well as everyone from Lever Equestrian, just helping out. Everyone helps out. I'd like to say a big thanks to Susan for all her help with grooming. I'd also like to thank Mark Fraser from Tulara Warmbloods. He does a lot of things for us, helps us out. We've got some good young horses coming through from him. I'd also like to thank my parents for everything, and my personal sponsors, Trail Race, High Form and AE, for all the gear feed, as well as who else? Just the Style Tops for running the series.
Well spoken. And I can tell you that Australian Jumping confirm that you've cemented your lead at the top of the leaderboard for this series, now on 26 points going into Sydney. So that's going to be an exciting development. Once again, you've got one more job to do, and that is for let all us guys really revel in your skill set, because you are putting together, as I mentioned, an outstanding array of consistent results. Please take it away, Jack, on your lap of honour. The winner of leg 3 of the Style Top Series. He's just 16 years of age. Jack Barker, Tulara Kolchik, Annalise Wanzi rode extremely well for second, Calora Stud St. Patrick. Chase Naylor in third with Checkbook. Fuchsia Chris from Queensland, Jewel Diamond in fourth. Jack Barker again. Yandu Zenzel into fifth. and Clemency Hughes, YPH Capulet. But once again, fantastic result. A big cheer for this wonderful young horseman from Victoria, Jack Barker, to Lara Kolchik, and to Chatham Park, George Santa, and everyone involved with the Stall Tops here in Australia. Well done. It really is a fantastic competition.